Your personal statement is one of the things in your medical school or residency application that isn't objective. It's very subjective. It's all about you, and it's all about how you portray yourself and your story. With that said, it's probably one of the most important things that you can put in your application aside from grades, standardized step scores, all of those things. So let's go over my personal statement and later break it down to see how I was able to make it strong for my application to increase my chances of matching. What's up, everybody? My name is Luigi Gonzales, and I'm a recently matched medical student, now a doctor. And I'm glad to be sharing with you guys my personal statement that helped me match into residency, and hopefully you guys can get some value from it and, use it as a framework to help develop your own system later on, or at least draw some inspiration to help you craft your personal statement to be the best that it can be. So with that said, let's get right into it. On January 29th, 2015, I left the oncology unit for the last time as I finished my final round of chemotherapy. Although I triumphed over cancer, I grappled with severe deconditioning and peripheral neuropathy. It was not until I began working with my therapy team to be physically and mentally stronger that I started to feel like myself again. My battle with primary mediastinal B-cell lymphoma guided me towards a career in medicine. However, my intellectual curiosity into anatomic and functional manifestations of the neuromuscular system and my desire to help others get back on their feet, as my care team did for me, ignited my aspiration to become a physiatrist. Throughout medical school, I worked as a recreation and activities director in a residential home for neurologically disabled adults. I collaborated with care team members to create goal-oriented activities tailored to each patient. One patient of mine with cerebral palsy loved playing backyard games. However, his contractures limited his participation. To account for this, I created adaptive bocce, using a makeshift ramp to enable him to throw the ball to the target. Many of these special encounters during the significant phase of my career underscored the importance of helping patients overcome the limitations imposed upon them by their diagnosis, deepening my appreciation for pm&r. Although I had a clear path in mind, it was not without challenges. My time in medical school was impacted by personal reasons, resulting in my need to retake step 1. However, my drive and adaptability allowed me to continue my education after only 1 month of preparation. This setback ultimately transformed me into a more mature care provider with greater understanding of how psychosocial factors affect patient lives. I have come to accept that life will present unforeseen challenges, whether it's a debilitating diagnosis like cancer or personal circumstances impacting performance on an important test. But I also recognize my capacity to persevere and become a beacon of hope for my future patients as they work to overcome challenges of their own. This reflection ignited my aspiration to highlight my dual experience as a patient and a future healthcare provider. With my background in videography and medicine, I welcomed the challenge of creating YouTube videos about my journey, from battling an illness that had once brought me to my lowest point to becoming an advocate for fellow patients and survivors. My videos amassed 50,000 plus views, and my story was featured by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society with the hopes of inspiring others. The lasting impact of sharing my journey has motivated me to make patient education and advocacy a priority. I continue to pursue the privilege of impacting patients on a wider scale through research. Through my work in the peripheral nerve lab, I developed a novel methodology for imaging the neuromuscular junction in muscle biopsies and use this technique as a predictor of recovery potential in patients post-brachial plexus injury. Although my work is still in progress, the awards and recognition it received highlight its impact on patient care. Seeing the intersection of scientific discovery and clinical practice inspired my goal to continue pursuing research and educating patients on evidence-based medicine. As I envision my pm&r residency training, I am eager to embrace the challenges of residency and grow as both a physiatrist and an academic physician. With my strong background in research and mentorship, I hope to join a program that will foster the optimal environment for my aspirations. I look forward to contributing my skills and experiences to the program, collaboratively working with others who share similar passions, and motivating my colleagues to rise in the face of the trials that lie ahead during residency. I hope you guys enjoyed that read of my personal statement and that it was able to provide you some value or inspiration as you write your own. In another video, I'm going to be detailing exactly what I did for each paragraph to strengthen my personal statement, breaking it down from paragraph 1 all the way to paragraph 5, what I did, sentence breakdowns, just everything. And hopefully that video will also give you guys better guidance on how to craft your personal statement. So make sure you stay tuned in, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.